name is Xavier, and welcome to a smash and grab with a psyop. 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5. That's fantastic. Oh, the evac is back here. That's also fantastic. I hear a turret, though, not so fantastic. So I think this is the first psyop of the campaign, right? And here it is, friends. Here it is. It could not be more cinematic. Apoldos, a first psyop of the campaign. God, I wish this was a real night mission. Because the psyops would look amazing in, like, sheer darkness. In any event, I actually forget what the heck all these psi things even are. Why is the camera... I didn't oh, I guess no. What the heck? I was just going around too fast. Anyway, what is this stuff? Soulfire. 2-turn cooldown does guaranteed psionic damage to an organic enemy. Ignores cover. Okay, I remember that one. Ignores armor. Mind Merge. This is like... I think this one might be overpowered, to be honest. Grants bonus will, critical chance, and ablative. I actually completely forgot about the critical chance. I completely forgot about I've never used it for that. I've always used it for the ablative and occasionally the will. And then, of course, Insanity. That was changed since the last time I used it. It now does 1-turn cooldown. I think you use it almost every turn, just about. Debilitating telepathic attack that can inflict different negative conditions, including mental control of the target. All right, that thing always sucked, but it might be okay now. So, that being the case, we have no... Shinobis. We have no sharpshooters. And so the obvious thing here is, does Slate have Ever Vigilant? Covering fire, a Trojan? I don't think he does. Nope. Meaning, I guess the only person to activate with then is going to be Vitaeus. Let's move him up. Obviously, we're going to hang near the evac a little bit in the beginning. See what we activate over here. Up, up. I saw a solo drone. It's just one drone, though. Let's move up with Zera, see if we activate that drone. Answer. Oh, drone and a mech and something else I couldn't see. It's a random trooper. Okay. That's actually really good. So this is 10 to 12 enemies. It's very light because I under-infiltrated it. I'm pretty excited about this mission. With things as they are, though, 77% on the mech. And the mech has Overwatch. I need to really think for about 5 seconds on what I want to do here. Wow, Vitaeus can actually hit that mech, shred it. That would be very good. Also, the cover destruction here would be super good, but he might kill that trooper. What do we have here for Paul? We have shoot the drone. You know what? How much damage does Soulfire do? I don't think it's nearly enough to warrant. Let's move him. Actually, let's not move him yet. What's Slate's odds here on Haywire? Shutdown, 51%. That's horrendous. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And last but not least, Wade Anthony, who can actually do some interesting stuff. I could move him up. Let's do that. Let's move Wade Anthony up 2 tiles over there. Perfect. You probably won't activate because it's only 1 extra tile. You know, famous last words, though. 90% on the mech. He does have AP ammo. That's the easiest, most efficient way to shut that down. Let's go for it. Wait, Anthony.
I only scratched him.
Okay, great. We only grazed him, unfortunately. But we can now use Vitaeus here, I think, to soften this doofus up. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. I really want to take the mech out. Let's hit him with Vitaeus then. We'll shred off his point of armor, deal some damage, and we'll have to finish him up with whoever else can do it. Mech's #1 most important thing right now. Great, that's done. He's down to 5 HP. I think the easiest way to do this would be with Zera if she hits, but I'm not sure if she's going to. Makarov I have to be a little careful with because I don't want to activate anything else, so let's move up to this tile there and see what his odds are. 57, 33, 29. They're actually horrific, and I don't want to do... I mean, I have to kill the mech. I absolutely have to kill the mech. We have a 33, and we can't focus fire it. I can use Slate to command, though, so here's how we're going to do it. Zera, let's see if you can murder the mech. 77%, looks good, 5 to 8. It's a guaranteed death if you hit it, rather. It's down. It's questionable whether or not I should have used Vitaeus' grenade there. I was really thinking Makarov would have a lot better odds than he did, but, you know, hindsight, as they say. And he used 57% Makarov on drone, AP ammo, great. Hit for 4. Now the question is, do I want to use my psyop for the first time ever? Do I want to move into cover? Not so much. All I really care about here... What's our chance to haywire this thing? 79? And I think we do have Trojan, right? We do with Slate. Okay. So let's do this. Let's move Slate up to this barrel. to be very, very careful here. Actually, where can Paul hit the guy in the back from? Here? That's just not fantastic. That guy being in the back really annoys me. Alright, let's move Slate up here and see if we activate. We shouldn't, I don't think. No, we're good. We do have 53% over there, though. Let's move Paul up now to this thing. Again, risking activations. Or, can we come back here someplace? Nope, there's no place he can get line of sight and also have cover. And, or get line of sight on that trooper. Actually, that's not true. He can do it over here. Let's do that, then.
That'll be okay.
Kind of a weird angular position, though. And let's, for the first time all campaign, use Soul Fighter on this doofus. 4 to 6 damage. Good lord, did that ever get buffed? That's insane. Wow. Wow. Hit for 6, Paul. Ridiculous. Also, that was an insanely fast animation, which is good. I guess that must be the mod, whatever it is. Let's go on Overwatch here with Slate to get his covering fire, the Sentinel. He should probably kill that drone when it comes around the corner. But anyway, yeah, whatever that mod is that cuts down the animation time. Nice! A Slate execute drone, and we're down to 9 things. Pretty good start. I can hear something walking around, like, not too far. So, why don't I move Zera up first, see what it is? Answer is actually, I have no idea. Fascinating, okay. Let's move Makarov up to the car, see if we activate on this side. And we don't. It's very... Actually, no, I did throw that grenade out there, so it's almost assured that everything's on alert. God, Wade Anthony is just the slowest slowpoke there ever was. We'll have to dash him up. I think Zera's fine where she is. Can we move Slate over here to Overwatch? Yep. And Paul will dash you up here, or just run you up there. And then otherwise, we quick end turn. Anything? I threw a grenade. Come on, guys. Come say hello. Why aren't they coming out to say hello? Let's move up with Zera. We'll get to the high cover in the corner. There, I heard stuff right there before. So it looked like Sentry, Gunner, and Drone. The Gunner is, or rather, no, Sentry Engineer, rather, and Drone. And the Sentry's an M2. The other two are not. So this is fascinating. Can we area suppress both of them? And the answer is no. We can only area suppress one of them if we wanted to. So how do we deal with both of them? I'm not sure yet. Can we move, actually, Paul up and execute one, maybe? Soulfire is already back up? That's insane. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. I'm not even sure how to play this anymore. Let's just move up. I want to have everything come to me, so let's throw out another grenade with Vitaeus. Oh, hey, we found a turret, and that was weird. I don't know why the animation lagged out there. But regardless, let's toss out ye old grenade back here. The most important thing is probably the sentry, but we're not going to blow up its cover, I don't think. We do have sapper, and if I throw it right in the middle of the tile, we might. And if we hit this tree, we're only going to blow up the tree, I think, and not the actual plant the tree's in. I don't care about the grenadier. What's it going to do? It's only an M1. It only has flashbangs. If it were an M2, I'd care more. Let's throw the grenade over here with Vitaeus, also murdering a couple civilians while we're at it. I don't think that giant brick is destructible. But regardless, if we can just soften up that guy in the back. Nice, hit for 3. Also, I missed it. Actually, you know what? I can expand, though. Taiga Suzuki was killed, and so was Nobuntu Malivu. I don't know why you guys are sitting here in the middle of a combat zone, but Vitaeus is definitely a bit on the collateral damage side as far as characters go. Let's grab Paul now. I really want to make sure I can kill that sentry more than anything. Like, that's number 1 in my mind. If I can destroy all these guys, we don't have to worry about the turret. So let's assume that I might have a chance of doing that still. We'll move Paul up. We have an 8, a 2. None of that's what we care about. What we care about is Soul Fighter on that doofus. Can we max roll? Paul, twice in a row, maybe? A double max roll, and wow, he did it! Balto Psyop Key All-Star MVP player number 1. Wow, that is fantastic. Oh, the heck, I can't believe Psyops have been buffed so much since the last time I played them. It's just straight up ridiculous. Wade Anthony, 100% to murder drone, sure, AP ammo laser instead. Actually, no. We only somehow managed to hit for 4, which is fine. We could still kill it with him if we wanted to. The better question is, what do we do about the turret? I can't suppress the turret. I could suppress that doofus. But the turret is actually kind of an issue. Do I have a smoke on anyone? And I'm pretty sure I do somewhere. I remember seeing one. Yes, Macronova has one. You know what? I'm actually going to use that smoke on Macronova. So let's move up with him to here.
No problem, boss.
That looks good. We're not actually going to take any shots right now, even though we have the ability to kill that. I'm more worried about that turret. I want 0 wounds here. Let's toss the smoke out in a place where we'll hit everything except Wade Anthony, it looks like.
Smoke's in there.
Why did he just yell like he was on the other side of the universe? Regardless, it's done. Now, let's grab Slate. And, oh, I wish I had Ever Vigilant, though. I really wish I had Ever Vigilant. Alright, I thought I could get to that tile there, and then I could go into Overwatch. And if I had Ever Vigilant, I could just run up there and go into Overwatch that way, and then flush this doofus out. But as it is, we don't have these things. So, and Slate, let's move him over there to the high cover. And from here, I'm just going to shoot the drone, 88% with Grace to kill it. That's fine. And this enables us to move Wade Anthony up into the smoke, into the high cover while we're at it. Right there with his second action. And then Zera can single suppress that Grenadier, shutting down his flashbangs. We will take a shot from the turret, but the shots are all against smoke and also against high cover if it goes for Slate. And it looks like, oh, it went for Viteus and it hit for frigging 7. Hit for 7 in the smoke, in the cover. Okay, well, I guess how that rolls, or I guess that's how that rolls or some such. Anyway, Wade Anthony, we need you to move up and shoot that thing, but we can't quite get there. I'm really worried now about... I can move up and maybe destroy the thing the thing is on. Destroy the tile the turret is on there. That's a bit more descriptive than destroy the thing is on. However, doing that's going to leave me sort of exposed. And you know what? Viteus, though, has the lowest HP at this point. Let's move him up to the high cover. See if we activate. Answer, no such thing. Can we toss out a frag grenade on the turret? Probably we're just short. We didn't really have too many options. I can hit that tile, but I can't hit the actual turret. I guess we're like a micrometer short of being able to do that, unfortunately. Okay. Well, let's bring Wade Anthony up now to the right. We've got to take that turret out. I have no idea where everything else is, but I haven't seen it with Viteus, so I think it's safe to at least move up here. 100% Wade Anthony. Now's actually a good time for a fortify, because everything's going to have heard us from that grenade. Everything should be on alert. Everything should be coming up here and shooting, so we'll see. But for now, Wade Anthony, 100%, boom. AP ammo hit for 3? Really? I mean, what? Is that another min roll, or did you just graze again? Like, Wade Anthony, always finding new ways. Always finding new ways. I want to do insanity just for the heck of it, I think. 81%, Paul.
Unstable.
Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh my god, we mind controlled it. I've used insanity like 15 times before, and 100% of every time, it did exactly nothing. This time, not only did it work, but I also have another option to do something. Okay, let's use a mind merge now on Viteus, because the turret's very likely to shoot him, even though he's in the high cover. I mean, Wade Anthony has Fortify, so... Does this really need an animation, though, to mind merge? Does it need like a 3-part animation like that? Because even sped up, that's annoyingly slow. Let's bring Zera up to where we can probably see the turret right here. This this high cover thing here should block line of sight. 87%. We do have AP ammo. No, we don't actually. We have tracer rounds, but we have shredder. Interesting. Well, with that being the case, then why don't I grab 43% here with Macronova? Why don't we come up? Can I get to a place where I can see that turret with Slate? I can hack it from here, so let's try that. 51% versus supercharged. That doesn't sound very fun to me. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do it this way. Zera, shoot the turret, 87%. We'll shred some armor. Unfortunately, you don't have AP ammo. It's fine, though.
Maybe a flesh wound.
I wasn't planning on actually using her to shoot it. I should have done that before I used Wade Anthony, but now that I didn't, here we go. 43% Macronova, not the best odds in the world, but hey, it's Macronova. You don't get her. Shoot the turret regardless. What did he hit it for? Did he hit it? I think he actually hit it harder than Wade Anthony did with the rifle. 43% again, Macronova. Oh my, huh? What, he critically hit the turret with a 4%? I was gonna command Wade Anthony to shoot it. But I mean, hey, if that's how they want to play, then sure. And then Viteus Overwatch. I guess I did waste the mind merge. Really did not anticipate. Oh, I see some stuff in there. That's not a surprise though. Let's go find out what it is. How long does this mind control last? 2 more turns? Great. Why don't we run up right into the open with this doofus? Open the door while we're at it. Activate who knows how many things. Oh, that's a muton. And can't see the other two. Oh, nope, we actually activated both pods there. Shield bearer, M2 sentry. Oh, that's an M2 officer. This is a little bit bad. A gunner and a sergeant. And they're all in there. Oh, look at this, though. I have a flashbang, and I can hit them all with it. Yes! Yes, Advent Grenadier. You are the best. Let's toss that flashbang on all three of these doofers. Can I hit any more than those three? No. The way the thing's set up, I can't. So it's going to be these three or nothing. Let's do it. That's fine. That's fine by me. Maybe I should have given this guy cover to keep him alive, but I really wanted everyone to shoot him to waste their actions. Viteus, would you do the great honors of moving up and exposing some doofers? Unfortunately, you can't quite get to really super useful places, so we'll have to go here at this weird angle. And then the question is, what's more important, the shield bearer or the muton? Mutons are always more dangerous in my opinion, but shield bearers are a little bit more difficult to take out. I think I'm gonna go for the muton. The shield bearer is just gonna move and shield, and then we'll have to deal with the shield. Whereas if we leave the muton alive, it's gonna shoot someone and do a ton of damage. It's gonna suck. So, grenade out, shred the muton, destroy some of its cover, etc. Oh my heavens, that's fantastic. Thank you, Viteus. That is exactly what I needed. Now, where can we go with everyone to get shots? Wade Anthony can move here and get a flank shot on the shield bearer, but no one can actually get a shot on the muton. Macronova free reload. Interesting. Interesting. Well, what can we do with Paul? We could move up here and see no one. Move over here and see no one. We actually have a major issue with line of sight right now, which I was not anticipating. I thought we'd have more shots, but I'm playing like a Lucy McFloosey Goosey. Fascinating turn of events. Okay, wait, Anthony, at least come up to here.
Whatever you say.
Let's see what that shot on the shield bearer is going to yield us. A 95%. I can't pass that up. We have AP ammo right through his armor. Awesome. Go for it. Wow, that looked very cinematic. Another mineral from Wade Anthony. Third time this mission, he's hit for 4. That is literally ridiculous. Okay, the sentry's a concern. They're probably going to shoot at my grenadier, which I'm not, I don't care so much about that. I'm thinking with Macronova, I want to get super close, but also in the cover so I can shoot the muton next turn. Or I can come over here and just hide with him, and no one can shoot him. Which probably makes more sense, except then the muton's very likely to throw something out there, so maybe I'll come over here with Macronova. This is everything on the map. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's pop Fortified right now, though, while we do it, because this is going to be kind of dangerous. I don't want to have another Felipe incident where we move up and just suffer horrible, horrible fate by mistake. Zera has literally no place she can go to get a shot on that muton, which is extremely unfortunate. Paul, can we move you up to at least get more useful conditions next turn? The answer is yes. Let's do that.
Guess that'll be okay.
And then now that we're here, there's actually nothing we can do at all. I could either move you up again or do nothing. And the answer is let's do nothing. We're just gonna go on Overwatch. One more time here with Zera. I could shoot the shield bearer. Or suppress the shield bearer, but that is all that Zera can do. And that's, I guess, what we're gonna have to do then. We'll do it from this angle here through the window, just to reduce the chances of the muton flanking her or some such. Can we area suppress more than just that thing? And the answer is actually no, so let's suppress it. It's gonna be flanked though, so it's gonna run the shot, I believe, because Wade Anthony has line of sight, and we'll get an Overwatch shot. And then last but not least, we have Slate. And I'm really thinking here that first, Viteus' position is incredibly vicarious. So I kind of want to do something about that. And second, I'm very concerned for my Grenadier here. Like, he's not going to have a great time with his life. So let's toss up an aid protocol on Viteus first, because that's all I really cared about is keeping him alive. And then secondly with Slate, I think the plan is, if possible, can I command the Grenadier? No, I can't. That's unfortunate. Why don't we command Wade Anthony then? We're not going to be able to use our Overwatch back here anyway, so should I either take a 100% shot here, or I could Overwatch You know what? No sense to Overwatch. Let's just take the 100% shot. Or if this thing runs, Zera might get a shot, but then she doesn't have AP ammo and she won't kill it. So yeah, I guess we'll have to take the shot. Not the best thing in the world, but whatever. He's dead. I didn't expect that. So Wade Anthony apparently crits when you least expect him to, and now Zera's Overwatch was useless. But then again, she couldn't have done any other thing whatsoever anyway this turn. So we have one uncontrolled Muton who's exposed. We have one uncontrolled M2 Sentry kind of far away. Muton's just gonna stand in the open and 33% our Grenadier right into the dirt, but he's now standing in the open. So debatable whether or not that was smart. Here's the big risk though. Sentry comes up, shoots at Viteus. M2 Sentry, 26%, swing and a miss. That's the sort of activity right there that got Felipe killed. Officer moves up Overwatches, Gunner moves up Overwatches, and other doofus, Sergeant moves up in Overwatches. Okay. I'm not playing this fantastically, but I think we're fine. What we need to do now is deal with all these Overwatches, and I believe Zera is the ticket to that. We're gonna have to use the free reload, I believe. So let's toss it up. And at this point, we're gonna need to move up to a place where we can see. If I move beyond that point, though, we're gonna pull the Overwatch from somebody. If I move here, we're fine. And then if I moved here, we'd pull another Overwatch from something. Let me just see if I can do this in some sort of way that would not end in me taking an Overwatch shot. And the answer is no. I don't think I can get anywhere. Well, actually, yeah, I could get over here without pulling an Overwatch shot. Hold on, I just messed that up. Where was that, though? Was it like right over here or something? And then I couldn't really see many of them, but if I could see that one, I want to clear at least the front two Overwatches. So I think that is the smart move then. So Zera, let's grab you. Let's do whatever the heck I just queued up, which was like here, here, like here, there.
I can handle that.
And not pull any of the Overwatches. Perfect. Get right in, and then area suppress the whole lot of them. And by whole lot of them, I mean, look at that. If I had Danger Zone, we would hit 4 of them, but right now we're hitting 2 of them. Still, that's 2 Overwatches dealt with, and we can move up and do something. The 2 in the back are a big issue. We'll come to that in just a second. Let's free reload with Wade Anthony here. What the heck do I do? Viteus has no more grenades, because I kind of nonchalantly blew them all over the battlefield for no reason. Interesting turn of events. Well, the Muton's always the biggest, scariest thing of all, so let's move up with Wade Anthony. From here, we can shoot the Muton, exposed, 90%. God, let's do it. Wade Anthony, no min roll. No min roll! Okay, he critically hit. Yes, Wade Anthony has turned the tides, friends. He has turned the tides. And these guys being on Overwatch in the back is kind of a big concern for me right now. Can I wipe one of them with Paul doing like insanity or something like that? The answer is actually yes, but in so doing, I might pull an Overwatch. And by might, I mean I will pull an Overwatch. And there's no place I think he can go to avoid these unless, actually, there is. He can come straight up here and right there, and he can see them both. Okay, Paul, sneak right in there, just like that. Not pulling the Overwatch. God, I am just threading every needle on the map right now. And let's toss up a Soul Fire on not that doofus, but one of the guys in the back with the Overwatch. The Gunner's probably a bigger concern than anything else. Yeah, let's go for that. No chance of really killing him here, but it'll just wipe away one more Overwatch we don't have to deal with. A slam and a bam. Hit for 6! 3 times a charm! That is fantastic. Now the question is, I really wanted to wipe the Overwatches so I could get Macronova in, just closer in general. But I'm thinking now that there's no way I can deal with that 4th one. Unless Viteus manages to come up here and hit the guy in high cover. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. All right, so let's move up here with Viteus then. At least get the high cover relative to everything else. And either execute the Muton or execute the Gunner. And you know what? Let's see what Macronova, as a flank shot hitter, 57% of the Muton will give him 2 opportunities. We won't move him this turn like I wanted to. It's down. He only needs 1. I don't know why I even thought I'd need to give him 2. Macronova, what else can you do? 33, 13, 12, and 9. I think even Overwatch might be smarter, but that's a 43 with Graze. However, if you did pull it off, what the heck would Viteus do? He's got a 48, and then he could actually hunker and potentially not die. So let's do that. 33, 43 with Graves, Macanova, execute the gunner. Swing and a miss, it looks like. Fine, Viteus, your turn now, 48%. Gunner, go for it. There he goes. Yield a basic SMG to the rescue. And this leaves us just Slate now. Slate has really no options whatsoever, so let's just dash Slate up here. No ever vigilant, no mobility. We got to get to that point at some, I was gonna say point, but you know, I just said point, so that sounded kind of stupid. And then I stuttered trying to figure out what the heck to say. Anyway, M2 Sentry shoots Viteus while suppressed in the high cover, still 6%, but a swing and a miss, and the gunner moves back, out of line of sight, can only shoot Viteus, is still suppressed, 11% while suppressed in the high cover. That's scary. Sergeant moves up, not suppressed, shoots Wade Anthony in half cover, and only hits for 2. That must have been a graze, I think, or maybe a min roll, because it didn't say much of anything else. However, this also dealt with all of the overwatches, so those are no longer a concern. We can get in there and do whatever we want, including moving Macaron over right here to grab this loot and execute that doofus, but can we kill the other 2 this turn? If I can't, then I really can't risk moving Macronova up. And it might take a little bit of thought here, because this is not going to be an easy execution of that sentry. Not in the slightest. What's this tower hack? Slate, precision, large intel cache, but we get reinforcements. Okay. Kind of want to do that, but not right now. We're also kind of running up against the clock here. We're not too bad on it, though. I don't think I can use Macronova's both barrels, because he would be standing in the open to use it. Unfortunately, I could go Insanity right now. Could I then flashbang in there with Paul? I could, actually. Okay, let's do that. 2 actions are better than 1. Apparently the Insanity was on the Guardian. Interesting. I thought it was actually on the Sergeant, but sure, I'll do that for sure. Insanity, 66%, Paul, go for it. This would be fantastic if you could do anything against that doofus. Great, he's disoriented. That's at least a little bit of a help. I could flashbang the Sergeant now. And the only other concern is the officer. So where's Zera? Right here. Can Zera move up to a position to see that officer? Almost certainly not, because it's really, 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 really far away. Yeah, we're gonna have to also start worrying about getting in there and dealing damage. So the officer, while suppressed, had an 11% to hit Viteus through the high cover. If I just run Wade Anthony up here, he's gonna have like a 40% to shoot through the high cover. But quite frankly, what other options do I have? Let's grab Slate. Let's toss up a aid protocol now on Wade Anthony. We're gonna grab Wade Anthony. We're gonna kill 2 stones with 1 bird here. We're gonna move him up to the high cover, flanking the officer so he wants to move, and also putting us in a much closer position to get ready for next turn. To grab loot, or maybe not next turn, but with the next couple turns to grab loot and start getting out of here. Next up, Macronova. I really, you know what? What if you went like... God, I really want that loot, though, as well. But what if you went here? What would your odds be to point blank that Sergeant? Let's go find out. Because we can't kill them all any other way. So let's move in there. This is a little bit dangerous because he's in low cover, but he does have 3 ablative and a whole bunch of HP. 35% to shoot, but what about point blank? 60%. Not bad. Not fantastic either, though. Let's keep moving up with Slate since we can't do any other useful things right now. I'm gonna have to area suppress with Zera against 2 of them. There's not really any other choice, and Viteus has to be careful because he could die if we do anything bad. So, here we go. Macronova, let's go pro. 60% on the Sergeant. Both barrels. Did you miss? Come on. That was a 70% with Graze. Yep, we straight up missed. Wonderful. Okay, well, this is what we do. Zera, move up. Let's toss down a area suppression on both of these doofers. So that sounds good. And then last but not least, let's flashbang the Sergeant, who's now standing right next to Macronova, who's in, like, low cover. Meaning both of them are suppressed, both of them are flashbanged. Macronova's still gonna have a difficult time here, but... The only other question now is, do I want to be ultimately greedy and run up here with Viteus to grab this loot in the high cover, for which the officer... The officer has no places he can go to flank Viteus that would not also leave him flanked to Wade Anthony. But Viteus may very well die if he gets hit from the officer, even shooting through the high cover. I want to go for it, though. I think it's a low odds, and I'm feeling like this is going to be like double elite scope. It's an advanced scope and an advanced hair trigger. That's a lot of good loot. Vitaeus does have high cover, so, I mean, we're not like super bad off. And everything's controlled except that officer, although everyone here knows the fates of uncontrolled M2 officers. Great, he moves out of line of sight. Overwatches. This doofus point blank shoots Vitaeus 12%. Being suppressed and flashbanged and in high cover, that's still really high. And this guy, 17% hits Vitaeus regardless. Well, that's just how that's gonna roll, I guess. Vitaeus will take a beating. We're down to 5 turns. This is the first time I'm cutting things close. Also, this officer is in Overwatch. But we do have a really good chance here with Wade Anthony to take him out. 49%. Let's go for it, Wade Anthony. Nice. That deals with the Overwatch. One less thing. Only hits for 2 though with a graze, but hey, I'll take it. Other concerns right now are we have a sentry, we have a sergeant, we have some loot, etc. What's the smart move? Paul, what do you have? You have the Soul Fighter once again. I guess it only makes sense to use it. We also have the Mind Merge if we wanted to use that. All right, let's do it. Or rather, hold on. Let's do the Insanity first, and if it does work, we can Mind Merge someone else. Because this, unlike everything else, is no longer turn ending. And a miss. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's try to execute that doofus. We'll lay into us of the damage heater from Soulfire. And Mineral, finally. Balls Luck could not hold up forever. That's fine. Any damage at all is better than none. So, what the heck, though? I really want the loot, and I want to play this safe, but I feel like I can't. I'm running out of options to make these things happen. Let's do this. Let's grab Wade Anthony. Let's shoot this Guardian. 53%. If this connects and Wade Anthony manages to not min-roll... Nice. There goes that doofer. And then that leaves just this guy here who I believe Macronova could execute. But how could he do it safely is the better question. If I come over here, the range is too big. If I come over here, we're flanked. And if I come in here, the officer can see us and he's not controlled. Is there a place I could go to suppress the officer with Zera? And the answer is no. I'd have to stand in the open to get line of sight on the officer to suppress. So, not my favorite turn in the world here. Well, I think actually the smartest move here is just to try the same thing we just did with Macronova. But first, since we have 2 actions, let's use 47% Sergeant Macronova. Right through the high cover. Okay. He hits for 4. Let's pop the free reload. We're not going to be fighting anything else this mission. So, second time's a charm. Macronova. Both. And that time, we showed him a thing or two about what it means to greet him. Oh, a stalk. We get a stalk. Plus, he interrupted my chain of thought. Now I sound like a doofus. It's fine, though. Vitaeus, come over here and grab this loot, which I'm very scared of losing. Okay, double Elerium cores, that's fantastic. I want to have you grab some loot, but I want you to get far away from that officer. You can go on the roof, then, or just run out here where the officer can't see you. You know what, if you come right here, the officer can't see you no matter what, because you won't be stepping out, so let's go that way. Then you can run up on the roof next turn and grab the one up there out of the way. And then you'll be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, I believe. And then Zera, let's move up as far as we can, but still have some cover. Where's the officer more likely to move? Up here? No, because Wade Anthony's flanking all those spots. So over here is more likely. Ergo, let's put Zera over here, which she has better line of sight through that door, which I believe is open, even though it's rendering currently as closed and will overwatch. And then last but not least, Slate, you can move up here. And finally put to some potential use your Sentinel, but it seems unlikely. Alright, well, this guy just hangs out in the corner. He's going to shoot Wade Anthony in the high cover. Connects for 7 damage, 34%. It's Felipe all over again. All over again, except this time, Wade Anthony had just enough HP to survive. Why the hell are these officers hitting for 7 damage on like 30% shots over and over and over and over in my campaigns? I can't even deal with it. There's single officers that are like impossible to control. All right, let's move someplace. We can't even do it. Actually, no, Zera can come up here, but then she can't get the loot. But she could at least suppress that doofus. if I used a free reload, so let's do that. We're running really low on the time here, and we're taking a lot of wounds for this as well while we're at it. I could also flush, but that's probably not going to connect. Let's just pop the free reload, throw up the suppression. Good lord. Wade Anthony did not enjoy that one bit. I think the only way to really kill this officer... Can I come here and flank? No. I don't even know how to... I'm going to have to both barrels that officer, I think. Like, there's no really good way to do it otherwise. I could come over here with Macronova, grab one thing of loot. We're out of both barrels, though. Okay, resource cache. What's the chance of hitting this guy? 7%. That's kind of ridiculous and not even close to what I want to do. So let's just move Macronova really close to go for a flank next turn. Wait, Anthony, let's pop Fortify because you're getting very close to dying every single turn. We'll move up here. Between Fortify, High Cover, Suppression, that officer should not be able to kill you. Should not. Note. Let's move up here now with the Slate. Where we can get some line of sight on the officer. We'll toss up a covering fire or overwatch. Whatever the heck that guy does now, he's going to be not in the best of times. Also, let's move up here with Paul. Get some line of sight on the officer. Ooh, single officers, guys. Single officers. 56% insanity. Let's go for it. God, Paul is just like doing all sorts of stuff, but he's also missing, so there's that. And then last but not least, Viteus, get up on the roof and grab that last piece of, or the furthest piece of loot. Okay, here he goes. Zera, swinging a, I can't tell because the door's closed. Hit for 7, nice. Slade, it's all you. Nice, that's covering fire as well. Hit for 4. We got some red fog up now. Macronova, 20%. That's incredibly high odds considering that Macronova had high cover and that guy had red fog. But Macronova now has loot already, so we're free to use him to come up and finish off this doofus. 80%, 90% with graze. That's surprisingly low, but he's dead. Wow. And advanced speed. Advanced speed. Yes, that is exactly what I want. We now need to consider where all the loots are and how we're going to get them. So let's come over here with Viteus first and grab this. Resource cache, great. Let's just run as fast and as far as we can with him. And we're now left with this loot there, this loot here. Where's the last one? Why don't I see it? It's up here on the roof. Okay, who can go get that? Not Wade Anthony, because he's very slow. Who's the next fastest character? Not Slate, he's slow. Probably Paul. He can get up there actually right now. So Paul gets this loot. Zera can come back here and grab this loot. Slade could probably run in here to get ready to grab... I can't grab both the... Think. Wait, I can do this some other way, I think. Wait, Anthony, can you grab any loot at all? Well, you're gonna have to grab the closest one, which is right there. Then again, you don't have to grab anything. You could probably just run to the evac, which is probably what you should be doing because you're so slow and it's pretty far away and we only have 3 turns. This one I'm probably gonna see real reinforcements and have to actually engage with them to some extent. So, that being the case, let's come in here with Slate. We'll grab the loot for now. Zera, you can come back here and grab this thing. Suppressor, emergency life support. Great. Open the chest. Yo, the resource cache. Okay. Let's start moving our way out now. And I guess Slate can grab the last chest, and then Zera, or Wade Anthony can just run as fast and as far. He's really slow with red fog right now. Can someone heal him up is the question? Macronova can run 4,500 miles. Slate could heal him up, yes. So let's come over here. We'll grab this. I also want to hack that chest on the way out for the large intel cache if I can manage. Let's end our turn right next to Wade Anthony so we can speed him up here to grab this thing with Paul. For once, I'm not going to be super ahead of the game. I had to play that very careful. Then again, this was like a 70% something infiltrated mission with no shinobi. So... all in all, okay. I felt like I played it kind of loosey. Loosey McFloosey, but that's mostly from being out of practice, and partly also from having a ginormous headache. Again, from allergies. So the thinking is not clear in my brain. You know what else is not clear is the talking, but... I'm trusting you here. Wade Anthony can move much further now. Okay, this is better. Yep, we're getting close. Close enough that we can probably kill one reinforcement wave or something like that, and everyone else can get out.
Multiple hostiles advancing on our position.
Okay.
Seems doable.
Who's this? This is Wade Anthony. He can get out next turn. Perfect. Zera can stay there. Paul, get in the back, I guess. We get Macronova back there as well.
Problem, boss.
And Viteus, wow. Viteus just got hit so many times. So many times. And Slate's actually far enough away that Slate won't make it in one turn, so hacking that objective seems very unlikely to me. I think. And we're just gonna have to quick end turn at this point.
Needing to get some.
And backspace to end the turn. All right, so here comes a guy, or a bunch of 3 guys. I think we're gonna have to kill them because Slate won't be able to get out next turn either, but they're gonna drop right here, and we should get at least 3 overwatches, and finishing them up shouldn't be too hard, I hope. Unless they're all M2s, and then we might actually be in for a little bit of pain.
Got some advent here.
All right, here we go. Number 1, Zera. Nice, I think that was a hit. Paul looks like a hit. Makarov, I think a kill.
Too shabby.
And that's all we got was those 3 shots.
Alien reinforcements.
Oh, no, actually we hit 2 damage back here on the gunner as well. So here's the deal. Slate's right here, and Slate can't get out this turn. If I move up here and hack right now, next turn he could dash out. That's really what I want to do. But in order to do that, I have to kill both of these guys right now. Wade Anthony can easily kill the Rocketeer, and he can dash out next turn, leaving just the gunner. Can we kill the gunner right now? That's the big question. And the answer is almost assuredly yes. Let's move over here with Zera to get a flank.
I can handle that.
This should do it, and 92%, go for it. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, we didn't kill him.
Just a little off.
However, wow, I think she actually grazed him. But you know what? Paul, though, no, he's going to have to move to get line of sight. Where can he get line of sight? Actually, right there, but he'll waste the flank spot. Can I move, like, Macronova to that spot instead? He's got a very small chance of actually hitting. A 48%. It's actually not that bad. Macronova. Nice. Awesome.
Did you see that one?
Okay, now, grab Wade Anthony, come over here next to the rockets here, just like that. Was that the spot I wanted to move Slate into? Probably. Here's a doofus. We don't want to mess around with this. 100% Wade Anthony. Both barrels. 3 times in one mission. That's how it's
See that
done.
one?
And then last but not least, we move Slate up as far as we can get him, which is going to be here.
Okay, I'll
We go for that hack, which is going to call reinforcements if we fail, but if we succeed, we get an intel cache. And then we get out of here, having grabbed all 5 chests, every single piece of loot, killed every single thing, killed a wave of reinforcements, and... no, I guess we Wade Anthony this one. That's too bad. No intel cache for us. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters for is that we're going to have to wait through 2 animations here. Come on, why can't I can't quick end the turn unless you have action points. Interesting. And backspace. And yeah, because that failed, we're now gonna have to watch 2 animations. So 1, don't care. Whoops. Because we're leaving right now. Yep, don't care. Just cancel them out. Uh-huh. This is actually a fairly long mission. 43 minutes.
I nicked him.
Alright, let's speed this up, because we're not doing anything. We're just leaving, like, right away. That's all we're doing.
They're bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, great. And let's turn the speed down because it was hard to scroll for a minute there. Ooh, Slate can actually only barely make it out. Wait, Anthony.
Moving out.
That was almost a misplay there.
Got it.
Because Slate could barely make it. Do I want any more kill XP while I'm here? And the answer is, I don't really care. Let's just get out.
I'm gone.
Whew. Well, that was a poorly played mission, but a super rewarding mission. And holy bananas did Paul Dose come up clutch on his debut. Operation Madcap Mare, indeed. 2 wounds, 1 on Wade Anthony from that 36 or whatever percent, 17%, I can't remember what it was. That hit like a truck from that officer through high cover. And then also Viteus. I just had flashbacks for Felipe there. But yeah, Viteus got hit like 3 times. But hey, you know, my granite, he was built to be a tanky spec. So I will take that. I mean, he's doing what he's meant to do. Yeah, so pretty good. Pretty good, very rewarding, I'll take it. Key All-Star MVP player time. I think it's gonna have to go to Paul Dose. Once again, he's only played 1 mission, and he's already got 2 Key All-Star MVP players. He's just that good. 22 days on Wade Anthony, 24 days on Viteus. That is kind of painful. The Wade Anthony one was kind of bad luck. Viteus, however, more mismanagement on my part. I could have played that mission a lot better, I will admit. I really desperately wish I had a clear head, but alas, I do not. So what do we want to do for Viteus? He has decent... I can't actually remember. Didn't I have a plan at some point? I know for sure that I want to take Formidable. I know that much. He's got okay mobility. Do I want to go center mass? I think I do. I'm not a huge fan of heavy ordnance, really. Let's just go center mass, then we'll go Formidable. Great. He might have gone like full Grenadier spec, but I think he needs... Or I don't know. Just in general, I think it's good to have some variability, and he definitely wants Formidable just for the narrative purposes. So we got 1 data pad from one of those chests. We got 9 alloys from another. That's 2. Then we got 3 things of supplies, and that's all 5 of our chests. We got 3 Elerium cores from loot, a stock, plus 2 mobility, speed, PCS. That is unbelievably huge. And give that to Macronova, and he can run clear across the map, both battles someone in the face and implacable himself away. It's going to be amazing. Suppressor, emergency life support, advanced hair trigger, and advanced scope. That was an incredibly, incredibly good mission. I'm happy to pay the 2 wounds for 24 days for that one. Like, that is really definitely worth every second in the medbay on it. I could have avoided those seconds in the medbay, but it was still worth it. So what's going on strategically now? We have 21 hours before training is done. Freight tag's done in 21 hours. So 32 hours on battle scanners. Officers done in 4 hours because I was going to go to mag weapons right after that. East Africa's down, or actually only ever had 1 strength. There's no more missions to queue up, so I think what I want to do now that the faceless infiltrator thing is over is start throwing people around here and working a little bit more on recruiting. I think 3 intel is fine. Let's go recruit. I mean, it's not great, but, you know, it's enough to detect the dark events when they come up. And I really, really, really want... We actually already have 2 recruits down here. How about West Asia? I'd put everyone on recruit, but you know what? Let's go at least 2 people on recruit. And then we have an effective 5 people with the promotions over here. I want to put more people on advisors. We'll put Slate in for now as well. That looks good. Clear out some of those havens that are, actually, we already have one down there with Server Cat. And how about over here at East Africa? Matt Love's in there. Okay. Well, looks like we're all geared up for advisors. I don't think there's anything left to do besides pick a region to scan in. I forget what I was doing 2 episodes ago now. It might make sense if I wanted to boost this... Actually, the network tower is already down to light. Can it get any better? It could get... It's not gonna... The strength's not gonna go down because the vigilance is higher here than anywhere else. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Whoops. I just scared myself. I, like, jumped 1.5 inches in my chair when I clicked on that. We just recruited someone to New Indonesia. Great. I want to keep only 2 people on recruit at all times to avoid recruit raids. So we'll go 2 on... Actually, you know what? I don't want to do that. The way the game works is if you have 3 people on recruit, that's the minimum requirement for getting a recruit raid. Granted, we probably haven't done enough recruiting for them to spawn a recruit raid, but we can control where that recruit raid appears, and it wouldn't be bad to appear down here in a strength 2 region. Like, that wouldn't be bad in the slightest. So why don't we go 3 on recruit down there, actually? And we have so many people here, it might even make sense to start putting some people into supplies. Which I will do here in New India once we get through this. But like I was trying to say before, I think I'm going to run this network tower now. I think the light is the lowest you can possibly get it. There are no schedules below that. So 15 enemies is the best we can possibly do. If I wait longer, it's not going to go lower, and the strength will go up, and it'll just get harder. And there's no reason not to do it right now, I suppose. Other than it's really scary. I mean, I'm scared to do this mission. However, we're gonna do it anyway. So, once we're returning, a network tower at light. I'll try to have slightly more cognitive functionality. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. We'll move ball up. We have an 8, a 2. None of that's what we care about. What we care about is Soul Fighter on that doofus. Can we max roll? Paul, twice in a row, maybe? A double max roll, and wow, he did it! Balto Psyop Key All-Star MVP player #1. Wow, that is fantastic.